Let's go for a demo.
Do it. So let's pop the Explorer away, and I'm going to use the Maker.
Fantastic.
Don't tell the Explorer, but the Maker's my favourite. Oh no.
Shall we? It's all going well.
Already.
We'll blame the heat, it's fine.
Okay, let's drag this over. And this is what I love about this machine, is it's just so easy to have out on your desk all the time and have ready to go. I have both of mine out, so I'm just ready to cut at any given moment. Remember, this machine comes with 2 blades, so you get your fine point blade for your paper, your card, your vinyl, iron-on vinyl, but it also comes with the rotary blade to cut fabrics.
Right.
So straight out of the box, you're ready to do all of those materials.
Everything that you need. Fantastic.
And it also comes with these mats. So these are the mats for the materials, and these are sticky. So we always place our material on here to keep it in place whilst the machine is cutting it. So I thought we would do a little customization of a makeup bag.
Oh, nice.
With a bit of iron-on vinyl. Let's give that a go.
That's exciting. If you're anything like me, you're obsessed with makeup. And,
but I always need a bigger makeup bag.
Yeah, that's true. They're always so small, aren't they?
There's only one way they'll all fit. And we're going to use the new first edition USBs to show that the machine can upload your own images or images you've got on a USB, as well as the big, massive library of Cricut images.
Amazing. So we'll just talk about these for a moment, because these are a really exciting product that have just been added to CraftStash from first edition. As Emma says, they're USBs and they come preloaded with many images. So if we just get a close-up of the images here, so you can see you get all these and you also get all of these. So not only can you cut them out like you would with, say, a die, you can change the size, as you say, you can cut many different materials with them. So you just, the value for money is absolutely fantastic with these. So which designs are you going to be using
I
today?
think we're going to go for the disco ball.
The disco ball. I love that. Yep. So
see, I love this because I love the first edition style, and I have so many dies at home that I don't use because I've got the machine. I use them, but you know, like I have to get the machine, you know, all of that. Whereas now I can just go, oh yeah, use that one.
There it is.
Yeah, so easy. So I've actually plugged the USB into the computer already, and I'm just going to quickly upload that disco ball design. It's so simple. On the Cricut Design Space, which is the free design software that you get with the machine, and you can use that on your tablet or your phone, or also on your browser on the internet. And you can actually download that right now before you buy a machine, because it's free to download. So if you do want to have a play with it, it's always quite handy. Or if you've bought a machine, you wait for it to arrive, get ready with your products, projects, get them ready, see?
So everything's lined up.
Yeah.
Just going to quickly as well, so we've had a comment from Sharon. We forgot to say hello to YouTube viewers. So hello YouTube viewers, my apologies, I don't do this very often, so please bear with me.
Yay! So I've just uploaded the image. And what's fabulous about these is they're already SVGs, so they're already the perfect file. They've got a clean, clear background, so you don't have to edit them when we get into Design Space.
Oh, great.
You can, obviously, if you uploaded a JPEG with a white background, you have got the option to take those bits away. Yeah. But this just makes it so simple. It's already done for us. So I've already got the design, and I'm going to save it. And now it's ready for me to use. So that's how quick it was.
Yeah.
Just plugged it in, uploaded it.
So
done.
What you can't see here is that Emma is literally just, she has all the images in front of her and she's just clicking on the one that she wants. It's really very simple.
Fabulous. And I can now resize that to fit, which is fabulous. And I'm going to do a double layer, I think. That'd be quite cool. So we'll do two different types of iron-on vinyl.
Cool.
So what I'm going to do is duplicate the design, and then I'm going to make one just the outline shape. Okay. So I can cut out the outline shape of our disco ball and then put the detail over the top. Okay. So we've got two options. So. Okay. Now we need to grab our makeup bag. There we go, and just check we've got the right size. So I'm lazy and I like to do this on the mat because the mat's has got the squares on that correlate to the squares on Design Space. Of course you can measure exactly and you can pick the size, but I'm a lazy crafter. I'm a like hope for the best kind of girl. So I think I'm going to go for 3 by 3. Yeah, okay, nice. So pop that under there. So I'll make sure those are in the right size. They look pretty good. And I'm going to click make it, and then let's prep the materials to go into our machine.
Okay, great.
So I'm going to grab, we've got 2 beautiful
sparkly. We like shiny things.
These are 2 of my favourite Cricut vinyls. This is the holographic sparkle vinyl, and this is the rose glitter.
That almost matches your hair. We're getting a lot of comments about your hair and how much people love it. They are loving it.
I had it redone this week, that's why it's just so bright.
It's really bright. It's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I love this. I can't get enough glitter, me.
Yeah. I love a bit of glitter.
Okay. So, like I said earlier, these mats are sticky, so we're going to stick this down onto the mat.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to rescue my scissors, which fell off in a calamity earlier.
Live television. So this is, if we just recap quickly the materials that this machine can cut as well, because we've got a few different questions about can it cut chipboard and things like that. So yes, it can. So your maker can cut fabric, vinyl, chipboard, felt, as well as your paper, card, and other things that I've probably neglected to mention.
Yeah, just remember to cut your chipboard and your balsa wood, you need the knife blade. So that's one of those tools I talked about that goes in the adaptive tool system.
Yeah.
Because that's a special different blade to the fine point blade.
Yeah.
And the machine actually cuts a few times with thicker material, so it's that clever that it knows not to just go straight in.
Yes. Yeah.
Drag through. It does a few layers of everything to get through, so you get a beautiful clean cut.
And if you do have a Cricut machine and you're looking to add to your tools, or maybe some of them are a bit worn out, just remember that this weekend on CraftStash we have up to 30% off Cricut accessories, so that's an excellent place to stock up at the moment.
Yes. Yeah. And they look so beautiful, the Cricut accessories. Like, I love a good looking craft supply.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I have a pegboard at home and it just looks so lovely all lined up.
That's really nice. You're so
and
organised. That's really organised.
If you can't see it, I wouldn't know where it was.
And there's my problem.
You haven't seen my craft room. Oh my goodness. So I'm just going to trim this vinyl down so that I can place it on the mat. I'm going to pop that down here before it falls off.
Okay. Oh, so we've got a question about the size of the different images before cutting. Can you change the size of them? Yes, you can. They're all completely changeable in terms of size.
Yeah. And remember, with any, you can change the size of any image. So not just the ones on the USBs, but other ones you upload. Or there are over 90,000 images in the Cricut Design Space library on there. So you can change all of those. You can make them big, small, teeny tiny.
And what's the top size that you can go up to with the Cricut machine?
So the mat size is 12 by 12, or you can go 12 by 24 if you
right, okay, so you can get that extra length.
So if you're doing a big project, you can always piece it together.
Okay.
But it's the mat size is the biggest that it can cut.
Fantastic.
And then it can cut really small, like teeny tiny.
Amazing. So
so you've got
so
best of both worlds.
So versatile. In fact, this actually leads me nicely onto our giveaway for today. So we have 2 bundles to give away today. We have one with one of the cutting mats that Emma's just mentioned. It's the larger one, so you can do up to, I'm so sorry, what was
24,
12 by 24. So one of our bundles comes with an accessory pouch. So I think you have, there we go, it's this mint
so
one here.
Yeah. So it folds up and you can zip it up. I've packed mine full.
So that's super portable. And then the other one comes with some faux leather paper. So again, for all that fabric and transfer, it's a really useful tool. So while you're just getting this ready, I'll give you your giveaway question for this week. So if you could choose any brand or any designer to have digital dies for, so that you could make them bigger, smaller, whatever, who would it be and why? That's your question for today. So excited. I'm looking forward to see what people come up with.
That is exciting. Okay, let's prep the vinyl for the mat. I'm just going to move the machine this way a tiny bit. I'm a vandal today. I'm throwing stuff everywhere. So like I said before, the mat is sticky, and when it comes with this protective sheet. That isn't packaging to be thrown away or recycled. It's to keep your mat sticky. So pop it back on when you're not using it, because just dust and everything can stick on the mat, and then you're going to lose your stickiness a lot quicker than you would if you keep that on there. I'm also prone to like spilling glitter and things on my mats because I haven't put the thing back on, so make sure you do pop that back on there.
Glitter gets everywhere.
Yes, so I'm just going to line this up. With iron on, always go shiny side or face side down onto the mat, because we need to cut into the back of the material.
Okay.
That's really important. So remember, with any words or designs where you want it a specific way round, you need to make sure that you mirror your design.
Right.
Which is just an easy step. You just click a little button, so you don't have to worry about anything. You just click mirror and it does it for you. So there we go. I'm going to load that into the machine. So I'm placing the mat under these two little white clips here. Pop them there, and then pressing this arrow, and that will feed the mat into the machine. Like so. Oh, please excuse my nails, everyone. They're Shrek themed. Because I'm working on Shrek the musical for the next 2 weeks with 126 children, and I always theme my nails. So yeah, that's why I've randomly got Shrek. I'm not a massive Shrek fan. Just
I was going to say I see no problem with this.
Okay, now I'm just selecting the material that I want to use for the machine, so that it knows exactly what to cut.
Okay.
So I'm going to select holographic sparkle iron on, which is what we've loaded there, which I actually have saved as one of my favourites because I use it so often. And the machine that tells me exactly what blade to pop in, everything here.
Great.
So really can't go wrong. And it will check that you've got the correct blade in. So if you'd been cutting fabric earlier and then you've still got the rotary blade in, the machine would actually stop and say, no, Emma, sort yourself out. You need to put in the 5-point blade. It's that clever and knows exactly what's going on. So now we've got the flashing Cricut button here. You can just see that. That's the go button. So I'm going to give that a press, and the machine will start cutting. So it's just going to go and check I've got the right blade in. That's what it's doing here. And now it will head over and start cutting out our disco ball design, which is fantastic. I love watching it. I always think, oh, I'll leave you to do your work. What are you doing?
It's quite therapeutic, isn't it, watching the blade move around.
So it's already done that piece, so I'm going to eject that from the machine.
Okay.
So nice and quick, that was just the outline there. So I'm going to peel that one away, pop that to the side, and then I'm going to grab the pink glitter for the more detailed. So again, I'm placing that shiny side down onto the mat. Pop it this way around. In the right place. Go.
Great, and you've still got that great stick on it.
Yes, and I'm actually going to use the scraper tool to just make sure that this is perfectly stuck down.
Okay.
So this is a handy tool not only for applying normal vinyl, but for getting is stuck on the mat, and also for removing bits off the mat too.
Okay.
So not just another beautiful tool.
So you haven't got those air bubbles on it anymore. Like it's, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it's totally smooth now.
Totally flat. So now we're going to load that in as well. Make sure it's under those little white markers there. And there we go, let it do its thing.
Okay, again. So this is the more intricate one.
Yes, so this one will take a little bit longer. There we go. Whilst it's doing that, I'm just going to cut round this design so that we're not wasting any more vinyl than we need to.
So all this vinyl here, that can be used again?
Yeah, totally.
Amazing.
Yeah. And remember, we can we can move the design anywhere on the mat. So if you've got a piece of vinyl with a bit cut out, you can move your design to make sure it fits. So you're using every bit of your vinyl.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So I'm now going to do a process we call weeding, which has nothing to do with the garden. And it actually uses this tool, which looks like it's from a dentist. So this is a weeding tool. I think one of the handiest tools that you need for your Cricut if you're working with vinyl or iron-on. This is the tool you need, and we use this to help us take away parts of the design. So I'm going to pop it in there, and then that means I can just peel away. And we're left there with the outline of our disco ball. Like so. And so in a minute I can use this weeding tool to take out all the little bits in that.
Great. So you can just see the intricacy on that, even just on that top part. We have a question about the adhesive mat. Leanne is asking, is there anything you can use to make them sticky again? Or is...
So remember first, they are a consumable, so they will get less sticky over time. They will last you a long while if you look after them, but they will lose their stick eventually. Just remember that they're not meant to last forever.
Right.
The best thing to do to make them re-sticky is to give them a little bath in washing up liquid. It's probably best that you do actually put them in the bath because you've got that space.
Yes.
So pop them in the bath with warm soapy water with washing up liquid, and just give them a gentle rub, and that will remove the bits and pieces that have got stuck on there. Great. And then let them air dry, and that's the important part, because the air dry will reactivate the stick. So don't be at them with the heat gun or the hair dryer or anything. Just pop them, perfect day like this today, pop them outside and let them dry nicely.
Dry nicely.
So give your baby mats a little bath.
I have an image now of just a load of Cricut mats on a washing line, gently blowing in the breeze.
It has been done. Okay, so this glitter has come out. So I'm going to use the weeding tool again.
I'm excited to see the intricacy on this one.
It's exciting.
It's always exciting.
So take that piece out from around the outside. Okay, now I'm going to go in and carefully remove all these little bits and pieces. So we start to see our disco ball design come in.
Oh, great. And you can see you've got that totally even, perfect cut as well. With none of the rotating that you get with die cutting machines.
Yeah, we don't have to worry, and we don't have to worry about settings and numbers. I just say I'm cutting glitter vinyl and I'm cutting holographic vinyl, and the machine knows what to do. I don't have to remember a number or
does all the thinking for you.
And then carefully, almost halfway through.
Okay. Wow, we've got a comment here from Debbie saying good evening from Melbourne, Australia.
Wow. Oh, hello.
Good evening.
I feel like Debbie would be used to this heat, whereas we're all dying.
Yeah, we're not good with heat over here.
Laughing at us sweating away. Slowly getting through all these little bits.
So we've got a question here from Shona. She says she has the Cricut Explore 2 and it seems to tear a lot when she's cutting files. Can you help?
Yes, so check your blade. I don't know how long you've had the machine, Shona, but double check. I'll show you actually. This one. Just double check that the blade hasn't got anything stuck in it here. So especially when we're cutting paper, we get little bits and pieces stuck and then that drags. Okay. So double check that. First of all, double check that your mat is sticky enough. That's your second thing. Those are really important. You might need a new blade or your blade might not be sharp enough.
Right.
So I can cut every single day, all day long for a month and then I will need a new blade.
Okay.
So that's a lot of cutting, but just be aware if you've had the machine a while, it might be time to get a new blade. Or grab a ball of foil and just stab the blade into it and that will sharpen it up. Give that a go. The other thing to think about is the size. So it might be that what you're cutting is too small. I mean, it's an amazing machine and it can cut really intricate, but just be aware that some designs in the way the blade has to turn might be an issue for you. So go a little bit bigger and see if that helps. And then the last thing is check your setting. So play around with different settings because it might be the material. I'm not sure if you're cutting on card or vinyl, but different card stocks, of course, have different settings. So give it a different, maybe go a little bit higher up or go for the intricate cut setting, which cuts twice. Okay. But have a play. You might end up choosing a setting for something completely different than your material, but you might find that works for the card that you've got. Right. Yeah, so a few things there to try. I hope that helps. All of the things. So there's actually a team in America that at the Cricut headquarters in Salt Lake City, and their job is just to get materials and put them through the machine hundreds of times and then work out the best setting. Which one goes through? Yeah, exactly. So you find with all of the Cricut cards stock and everything that you get a perfect cut every time because they've set the setting exactly to that. But if you've bought a card stock somewhere else, you might have to tweak it a tiny bit. Absolutely. I think I'm nearly there with this. I've only got 2 tiny more bits to go.
See, that looks quite relaxing as well. Just pulling out little bits.
A nice little in front of the telly job if you've got a big.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to use the, it actually came with a little, the USB came with a little booklet here, which does show me the design, so I can double check that I've got everything out of there. Yep, that looks good to me, I think. Yeah, perfect. So now we've got our 2 bits. We can get out the Easy Press and we can press them onto our mat.
Excellent.
So let's do a little bit of, some really fancy items. Let's move the maker over and I'll get out the Easy Press. Give us a little bit of space. Clear up my little bits of mess. Okay, so this is the Cricut Easy Press 2. Here it is in all its glory. I'm just going to turn it on. Now this is a heat press. You can of course use your normal iron, your home iron, to press onto t-shirts and bags and things to use with iron. That's perfectly fine. But what you may find is after a while that you wash it and those t-shirts are peeling. Okay. And if you've given that to someone as a gift or you're making to sell, then that's a bit embarrassing. So this is where the Easy Press comes in. So on your standard home iron, you only have like an inch square at the bottom, in the middle. That's the hottest the iron can get. Everywhere else is cooler. And then you've got steam holes, so they're not giving any heat. Great. You can't be sure when you're pressing that is the hottest point where you're pressing and what you're pressing. You don't know for sure. Okay. So you won't find out until later that actually you didn't press the section properly. Whereas the Easy Press has this big plate, and this is evenly heated all the way across, and it stays at that temperature, and a temperature that we can choose. So I'm heating up to 160 degrees because that is the perfect temperature for glitter vinyl onto a cotton bag, and I can choose the time as well. Okay. So that means for like heavier fabrics, I can go higher for longer, or for really delicate fabrics, for lighter things that don't want a lot of heat, your silks and stuff, you can put the time right down and the temperature down too. So I've actually used this to put iron onto a yoga mat. Oh wow. Because I could get the temperature right down and then put the time up, so I was given an even heat for longer, and I could set that exact time. So you've got a lot more versatility. This one is the 9x9, the middle one. There's also a baby one and the bigger one too. So you've got different size options, but this is the middle size, perfect for t-shirts and bags and bits and bobs like that. Right. Oh, he's bleeding as to tell us he's ready. It also comes in this fabulous cradle, so you've always got somewhere to pop it back to, which is handy if, like me, you're a person that just creates a mess and then, you know, realises that the iron is melting something, or, you know. Yeah, I think we're all guilty of that when it comes to craft. But then you've got somewhere definitely to pop it back, which is always good. And then I've got the mat here as well. This isn't just a pretty mat. It has 5 layers of patented, I can't say that today, technology that Cricut have developed that actually pushes the heat back up into your project. So instead of you losing the heat into your table, these layers push it up. So you're not only heating the front, you're heating the back at the same time. Okay. So it also has a little bit of a shimmer to it. I'm not sure if you can see that on camera. So it's beautiful too. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's pretty. It's really nice. It's just shiny things. That's the theme for the day is shiny things. So I've got my makeup bag here. I'm actually just going to pull the seams out a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to pop the zip just off of the mat. Be careful with seams and things because you want the flattest surface possible. Else you might not get such a good press. So just be careful that zips and stuff are away. And then I'm going to do my first layer first. So I'm going to pop the disco ball. Should we go for centre? Yeah, let's do centre. I'd say about there. Oh, it's so shiny already. That's great. So I'm going to do my first layer. I'm going to grab the easy press, it's heated up, and I'm just going to pop this on top. Like so, and then I'm going to press the green button and that's going to count down for me, and I'm just doing a light press on here, so you know you don't have to use all your force or anything. Just do a light press down and it's counting down, and it will bleep when it gets to 0 as well, so you can't miss it, you can't accidentally burn anything. Excellent. Again, it's doing all that thinking for you, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. We can be so lazy. Yeah. You don't need to. So we're almost there. There we go. Like that. Now remember, with different vinyls, different types of iron-on, they have different peel-off times. So holographic vinyl is a cold peel. So that means we have to wait for it to cool. So I like to give a little waft before we peel off the carrier paper. So just give a beautiful waft. So that was literally seconds, wasn't it? We don't need need a long time. Right, I'm going to wait a little bit longer because it is warm in here as well, so we've got to take that into account. Very warm. And then we'll press on our second layer. Let me see if that's done. Yes. So I'm now peeling away that backing paper. Oh, I've got a bit at the top there that hasn't quite pressed. That's okay, because I'm going to press again with my glitter on top, so that will get another little press there, and I'm not too worried about that. We'll make sure it's in the right place. Yeah. So as you can see, that's already there, and that's a did, that's done. Wow. So yeah, you could do, you know, your well, I've just noticed a little bit I didn't get out of there. And how permanent is this once it's completely permanent? You could wash that 100 times if you wanted to. Yep. Brilliant. So the t-shirt I've got on now, I've washed 20 times, and the vinyl isn't budging at all. Still as good as new. Yes. Yeah, so you don't have to worry when you're giving it as a present or something that that's going to. So I've popped a second layer on top there, as you can see. Make sure it's lined up exactly where you want it. That looks pretty good. That's excellent. And now I'm going to go in for the second press. So the settings are the same, 30 seconds again. Pop that on top there, and again press that green button. And it's going to start counting down again.
Great. Oh, people are really excited about this. Ruth is saying that she's had her Cricut machine for a few weeks and it's so easy to use. She adores it.
Yay.
First time, cuts every time.
Oh,
amazing. That's what we like. Just, yeah, people are really loving it. Chris Barnes says, love the demo, Emma. Thank you for all the tips.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Okay, that bleeped is done. So, glitter is a hot peel, so we should be able to peel this straight away. Yes, we can.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes. Look at that. Let me see if I can hold that a bit closer.
Shall we take it to the close-up?
Oh, yeah.
Let's
it's hot, be
have
careful.
a look at I need more warmth. There we go. You can just see the shine on that. It's absolutely stunning.
And if you bunch it up as well, you see how it moves with the...
So,
yeah,
there we go.
That is on there.
No cracking, no peeling.
We can take...
Amazing.
Yeah. Pop all our makeup there and take it to the disco.
Ready to go. Disco makeup.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely lots of sparkle needed there.
Yeah. So such a perfect little gift. Like, I'm a last minute person, and so if I'm running out the door and I think, oh, I didn't buy somebody a present, or I'm going to a baby shower or something, and I think, I've got something I can iron that onto.
Fantastic.
Personalised gift.
So
good to go.
We've got questions about the price of the Easy Press. So today, or for this weekend, it's currently on offer. So this size here, which is the 9x9 size, that's $149.99 for this weekend. But there's also 2 other sizes available, also on offer. So have a look, decide which size is right for you, and maybe treat yourself. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Oh, I'm so pleased with that.
That's lovely.
I think I want that big on a t-shirt now.
Yeah. Next time I see you, I need to see that filled with makeup. I need that to be
my makeup bag wouldn't fit. It's like 3 times the size of that.
We all know that.
Okay, right, I'm going to turn this off.
Okay.
The other great thing about the Easy Press is it beeps at you if you haven't used it for 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So you can't accidentally leave it on because it stresses with you and then it will turn itself off if you don't do anything with it.
Yeah, help, you've left me on.
Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, so that's really good.
Fabulous.
I'm just going to carefully pop it down there so it can cool off.
Okay. I think we have time for another very quick demo.
Yeah.
What's demo number 2? What do we need?
Should we maybe cut some glittery card?
Let's go for,
a bit of card. Let's do like a topper that we could put on a, pop on a card. That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yes.
And should we do another design from the
I think so. Yeah. I'm enjoying these designs.
What should we go for? The cake, maybe?
The cake's a good one. We can
Birthday
have birthday cake, yeah.
Yes, okay. Let's go for that. Okay, so I'm just going to get that ready. And would you mind getting a piece of whatever colour you like?
Oh, the choice.
So I'm going to upload another one of those designs quickly. I'm just going to check what number it is. Just to show how well this cuts this beautiful glitter card. I'm just doing number 28, it tells me.
Can I just
oh yeah, go for it.
Thank you.
They always try to get in a pickle with because I want to get into it.
Yeah, I thought I cracked it. I did the bottom and then there were 2 on the sides. Okay, so I'm gonna go for this blue here. It's a little bit darker than the one we've just done.
Okay, I'm gonna go a bit smaller. Maybe a 2-inch cake. Just so we can see the difference in sizes. So I'm going to click make it again. Let's load this onto the mat. What did I do with that green mat? Oh,
green mat.
So we can use the green mat again. So the different colours of mats correspond to different materials. So with your machine you get I think a green and a pink one with the maker. It might be a blue one, but blue or green, light blue or green, will do your paper, your card, your vinyl, your iron-on vinyl. Great, all of those materials. Then you've got your pink mat, which is your fabric mat. Actually got that here. This has self-healing properties, so it will works perfectly with the rotary blade.
Oh, okay.
So when it's cutting fabrics, that's your fabric mat. And then there is also as well the strong grip mat that you'd use for your thicker materials. So your chipboards and balsa woods you pop on that one.
Great.
So just be aware. So if you're finding that something isn't cutting, it might be because you haven't got the correct mat too, that your mat isn't strong enough.
Okay.
So again, I'm just popping that down onto the mat and give it a good scrape over to make sure it's stuck down beautifully. Oh, it looks so good already. I love that.
It's just so shiny.
And let's pull the machine back over and we can load it in. Perfect.
Okay.
Brilliant. Just gonna pull that down there.
Don't be alarmed by the random thoughts.
Okay, so that's loaded into the machine. Okie doke. And I'm going to select a glitter card again. So remember, you just need to search for the material that you've got. And there are so many materials on here, it's actually crazy. I can't remember off the top of my head how many it is, but there's a lot, hundreds. Glitter card stock. So again, I'm using my fine point blade, which I've already got loaded in there, and now it's ready to go. So it's flashing. I'm going to press that button, and the machine will again check that I'm using the blade, and then it will start cutting out that little birthday cake design. So now it's just finalising, remembering what it's got to do.
It's so quiet as well. It's
you expect it to be like
you think it's going to be really loud, like, you know, some printers you get and things like that. So don't worry about crafting late at night, waking the neighbours up. Not an issue.
Yeah, definitely. This machine also has this stand up here for you to pop your tablet or your phone.
Okay.
It also has a USB on the side, so you can actually charge your devices whilst you're working.
Oh, fantastic.
So you've got everything here. You don't have to worry. It's also got, I like to call it a snack tray under here, but a little place for tools. Pop your tools there too. I'll show you that now actually as we unload. Hopefully I haven't got any snacks stored in there. Yeah, so you've got this little tray here where you can pop your tools and pens and things. So yeah.
So literally everything's all in one place.
Indeed.
So just to remind people, a few people are asking, this is the maker?
This is the Cricut maker, yeah. This is the ultimate of the Cricut machines, and the reason for that is this adaptive tool system, and that's what makes it different from the Explorer too. The reason for this is we can switch in new tools as they come out for the Cricut into this adaptive tool system, which we can't do with the Explorer machine or any machine before the Maker. So that's what makes this special, is it's got way more force, it's more powerful, and it is future-proofed in that when those tools come out, you'll be able to still use your Maker with them.
So you can do the projects that you didn't even know you wanted to do.
Yes, exactly. So, just a top tip, to remove card and paper from your mat, always peel the mat away from the card, not the other way round.
Right.
Because else you're going to peel your card, and you don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to pull the mat like so. So that's the outline cut out there. So I can pop that bit to the side. And then, I'll turn it this way, you can see my cake is there. I think I've got a tool I can use. Did I bring it? No, that's okay. I can use the weeding tool to help me just pick this up.
Okay. So the weeding tool actually comes in a set, doesn't it?
It does, a weeding tool
I think
set.
we brought one over.
We did indeed.
We did, there it is. I see it.
So here we go, one beautiful little cake topper that I could pop on a birthday card. Yeah, so quickly and so easily we've made that.
Excellent. So these are your weeding tools here. So lots of different ones. So do you want to talk us through what they all do?
Yeah. They're for the dentists. So we've got 2 types of tweezers here that are going to help you move things off of the mat, place things into place, grab those little tiny bits and pieces. So you've got 2 different types of tweezers. We've got this one is my personal favourite weeding tool, the one in the middle, the pink one. That's the one I've got here. So that has the straight tip on it. Perfect for just poking in and pulling those little bits and pieces out of vinyl and iron on vinyl. And then we've got the hook weeding tool as well. So that's also great for hooking into tiny little teeny bits. And then we've got the little piercer tool. So sometimes when you've got card bits with tiny little bits that you want to push out, this is the perfect little tool for that too. So yeah, this is one of my favourite sets because you've got everything in there you need for weeding.
Yeah. And also card making in general.
Yeah.
That's
you can use them across the board. Yeah, definitely.
Really useful tools there. So we've had a couple more questions here. So we had, where's it gone? Where's it gone? There was a question about paper. Do we just have to use Cricut paper, which is any material, anything.
Material doesn't have to be Cricut branded, but do remember the settings will work better because they've been tested with the Cricut materials.
Yes.
So that's the only difference, but put anything in.
So if you go to CraftStash today as well, we also have an offer on any cutting materials. So we have up to 30% off selected cutting materials, including, I'm just going to show this because it's been staring at me and it's again, I don't know how many times I've used the word shiny today, but everything's shiny. So this is faux leather paper, so maybe if you don't want to go full on fabric, if you maybe find that a little bit intimidating for your craft projects, you can use sticky mats. You can use this. It's paper, but it's actually got that really leathery effect that's really nice, and it comes in matte as well. So that's just one of the materials that are on offer today. And then a question about using the large pieces of paper to cut small designs. Can it be used again? Yes.
Totally.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
remember, you can move your design anywhere on the mat, or you can just cut the piece to size. Now, like I said, I'm a lazy crafter, so I just pop the whole sheet on and then cut around it later. But I could have cut the card down there, so I wasn't sticking it all onto the mat. Not that it'll make any difference, but yeah.
Great. And a really good question from Gillian. I found my place again, so I'm naming people again. So sorry. She says she does a lot of printing and cutting. Can she use this to cut the images that she's printed?
Yes, so the Cricut Design Space has the print and cut feature, which works with all of the Cricut machines. So when you upload your design, you click that you want to print it, print and cut. And then what the machine will do is it will put a black outline around. It's an A4 size, you can print to, of course. It will put this thick black line, and the machine then reads that, and then it will cut you out. So stickers you can do, printable vinyl you can cut into, lots of different options there, or just cut your card pieces that you've printed.
And one more question before I choose the winners. Does the machine emboss?
So there is a new debossing tool that's come out recently that isn't everywhere yet. So I can't say who's got it, but that's just come out, and that debosses, so it has the same effect of embossing, but I believe that would do exactly what you wanted it to do. It looks very similar. It just pushes in instead of relieving the image.
Fantastic.
But yeah, the maker can do that.
Okay, so for the competition prize, our winners today, we have Jess Allen. So Jess Allen says, so the question was if you could choose any designer or brand to have digital dies of, who would it be? So Jess Allen says, Simply Made Crafts, I love the box dies and would love to be able to make them bigger or smaller to suit my projects. And then let's see what else we've got.
This is exciting.
Let's go for Lorna A. Buckland. So Lorna says, I would choose Olga as I love how elegant her dies make how elegant her dies make things look. So I totally agree with that. If you haven't seen the paper discovery stuff, then you should check that out. It's beautiful. So well done to you guys. You'll each get a cutting mat and an extra little treat with that.
Ooh, that's exciting.
So all that's left to say is a massive thank you to Emma for coming along and demonstrating. It's been so much fun and so warm as well. We're going to go and try and, I don't know, maybe jump in a paddling pool or something. I don't know. We don't have a paddling pool. And also, if you've enjoyed Emma's demo and you like Emma's style, keep an eye on CraftStash, because we have a brand new brand coming up. It's called Sassy Crafts. And it's all designed by Emma. It's absolutely amazing. It's so fun.
I'm so excited.
We're all really excited. We saw it this morning, didn't we? And had a little giddy moment. So thank you, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.